So this section is all about school uniform. So we take our uniform standards pretty high. We like our students to look really well presented, and we often feel that actually if you are well presented and you look professional, you're going to achieve far better. So you will hopefully have seen our school uniform. We've got a black blazer which has got the Abbey Park logo on the left side. We've also you can wear a white shirt. The white shirt can be long sleeved or short sleeve, that's completely up to you, your preference. But you've got to make sure that you do your collar up and then you have a Abbey Park clip-on tie. So please make sure that you're wearing your tie at all times. You don't have to wear your blazer all of the time. If you are hot in your class, you're able to take it off and put it in the back of the chair. At lunch and break times, if you're outside running around playing football or playing tag, again, you can take your blazers off. But when you're moving inside the school building, you are expected to wear your blazer. You also have to wear black school trousers. Now, they need to be proper school trousers, not leggings, not jeggings, not chinos, not cut-offs. So what we would expect, that if you fell over and hurt your knees, that one of our first aiders could very easily lift your trouser leg up over your knee to make sure that they could treat your wound. So making sure that your trousers are loose-fitting and a proper trouser material. We also ask that you wear proper school shoes. They have to be black. We often say they need to be polishable, so that's kind of a good indicator of whether they're a school shoe. So not a trainer, not a hybrid between a trainer and a shoe, and they need to be a proper school shoe. Hair needs to be a good hairstyle, not an extreme hairstyle. So we ask that you don't have tram lines all across your hair or purple hair, green hair. We would ask that your hair is a natural colour, so a colour that naturally people can grow. If you want to have highlights or lowlights, again, that's fine, but as long as they're natural hair colours, that's not a problem. We also asked in terms of jewellery that you have one pair of stud earrings. So these are studs, they don't dangle down. So one pair, one in each ear, so a pair of stud earrings. That is all the facial piercings that you are allowed. So no nose piercings, no tongue piercings, no eyebrow piercings. You are then allowed to wear one ring. On your fingers, fine. And you're also allowed to wear a watch. But that is the only jewellery that you're allowed to wear. In terms of jewellery and hair for PE, again, it needs to be very, so all jewellery has to come off and hair needs to be tied back to make sure that it's nice and safe when you're doing different physical activities. We then also have some rules about makeup and nail varnish. So nail varnish is not allowed, nor are fake nails or acrylics or gel nails. The main reason for that is because particularly in Year 7 you'll be doing lots of new activities. So things like food technology, resistant materials, and when you're making things, what we don't want is nails to be ripped off or coming off and falling into the food or falling into the machinery. So we're just asking that you don't wear any of that whilst you're at school. In terms of makeup, makeup needs to be very, very minimal. If we can see you're wearing makeup, you will be asked to remove it. So particularly Year 7, you don't need to be wearing makeup, but if you do, it's very, very minimal. And if you are seen wearing makeup, you will be asked to remove it. So moving on to PE kit. So all the PE kit is all logoed Abbey Park PE kit. So you need to have shorts, you need to have a PE top, either a hoodie or a rugby top for the boys, or boys have to have a rugby top, football boots for the boys, and a gum shield you'll need to have for that. If you are bringing your PE kit in, what we normally advise is that you put them in separate bags to your school bag. Because obviously your school bag, you'll want to carry all your books and pencil cases, your drink and everything else. And it's quite handy to have a separate maybe drawstring bag for your PE kit that you can leave in your locker if you choose to have a locker, or you can make sure it gets home to be washed so it's not in the school for weeks at a time. In terms of bags, they can be any sort of bag at all, as long as they're a sensible, robust bag that can fit all your school books in, your pencil cases, lunchbox, water bottle, all those sorts of things. So we don't have any stipulations on the type of bag that you bring to school. In terms of coats, again, we don't really have any guides on coats other than they are as plain as possible, not heavily logoed. But things like hoodies, denim jackets, leather jackets aren't allowed in school, so you need to make sure that you aren't wearing those to school, please. Again, if there's any questions about your uniform, please do not hesitate to contact us at school. There's a really fantastic link on the website when it goes, if you go into the parent section on uniform, there's a sizing guide, because normally what we would do is offer a time of day that you could come in and try on uniform. But again, in the current circumstances, we're unable to do that. So if you want to go onto the website, there's a guide on there. You put in the different measurements and it tells you exactly the size of blazer and PE kit that you should be getting. They also do a free delivery service as well to your home. So that should all be fairly straightforward to be able to do online.